What up, y'all? Tap in, tap in. You tuning into the Real N-Word Growth and Development Show. I'm your host with the most, your boy Doug. I'm known as Goombaya in other parts of the world, y'all. Tap in. I want to kick it with y'all for a minute, man. You know what I mean? Y'all already know what time it is. When y'all enter the joint, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share this. Share this to someone that you think might benefit from this other than yourself, you know? But yo, y'all, let's get into it. Oh, before we go on, I got the merch on. You're not happy. There's a lot of people out here that just not happy. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get into it, man. And what I want to kick it to y'all about is that this game of life is not a game, but it's set up like one, right? So let's say it's two teams out there. The demonics versus the spirituals. Huh? Now, the owner of the spirituals is God. And the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator is Jesus. Right? And your coach, whether it's your parent or your pastor or anybody that you get that guidance from, you know what I mean? That counsel, right? Everybody got somebody that they, you know what I mean, look towards for counsel, right? That'll be your coach. Boom. Now in this game of life, there's gonna be times that you get a first down. There's gonna be times that you even get a touchdown. You know what I mean? There's gonna be times also that the demonics come in, sack your quarterback, give you a loss of yards. Huh? There's gonna be times that the cornerback from the demonics sit back and intercept the ball. Huh? And that is what it is. But you always playing the game. See, this game of life, you keep playing every second of every down until the final clock of the game says 0. You know what I mean? Now, the offensive coordinator, which is Jesus, overlooks the field and see how the demonics are set up, right? And Jesus says, this is the play to run, right? Now your coach is telling you, he's looking at the playbook, and the playbook is the Bible, huh? And he's picking the joints out and be like, no, you gotta run this. This is gonna defeat what the demonics got set up, huh? Even though the coach tell you to play out the playbook, it's each player job to study their playbook. Huh? The playbook is the Bible. Each player job is to study the playbook. You know what I mean? Now the player who don't study their playbook, they may be good, but they won't play. They won't be successful. So that's the people that's trying to do things on their own without following the playbook under the guidance of the coordinator. My bad, yo. So now the coordinator done seen every play imaginable that ever was on the field. Whether you seen it or didn't see it, he's seen it all, right? Now, if you didn't study your playbook, you wouldn't trust the coordinator, huh? So that's why it's very important that each player study their playbook. Now, in this game, there's things that's gonna happen that you didn't see coming. And that's when someone get a permanent injury. You know what I'm saying? That's like a death or something like that, and they get taken out the game, or sickness where, you know what I mean, it hurts the team, but the team got to still play. You know what I'm saying? So those are things that go on in the game as well. It could be times in the game that you didn't convert on that third down, that everything was going good, and then it was a setback. You know what I mean? You got to go back to the drawing board, huh? And then you got to remember this, that the demonics, they do their scouting report before the game, huh? And that scouting report is showing all the areas of your team that is weak. Whether it's lust, whether you got financial problems, huh? Whether you not taking care of your health, whether your faith is weak. It's studying all of your weak points, every last one of them, so they can try to exploit that in the game. So your job is to go over your playbook and to practice before that game arrives, to strengthen all of those weak points. You know what I'm saying? So anytime that they try to set up, or they trying to go after that weak point, you studied that playbook and you know what play to run, huh? Stop me when I'm lying, huh? So the thing is this, y'all, as you play in this game, you gotta ask yourself, what team are you on? You on the demonics or you on the spirituals? You understand? Because when you on the spirituals and the coordinator sends down them plays and he says it to the coach, and you've been studying your playbook, when everything is ran in conjunction, you know what happens? Y'all win the championship. And who's that championship for? The owner, the Most High, huh? You bring the chip home to God. And what God does, he welcomes you in the hometown that he has the team at, with a parade, huh? And everybody's cheering when you get back, huh? But in the meantime, in between time, you playing that game, and you gotta play every second of every down. And you don't look at the quarters, because the quarters is just parts of life. You got the first quarter, you got the second quarter, then you got halftime where you have to switch it up and go to different direction, huh? And then you go out there and you keep playing. You never is looking at the time that's in the quarter. You just, the only thing that you worrying about is that final whistle when the game is over. And hopefully you won. You know what I'm saying? But when you play all of that and you use everything that you need to use and you come fully equipped, 9 times out of 10, you do win. So guys, that's my video for today. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody who tapped in.